The week of September 8th on the bold, and the beautiful promises fire, glamour, and chaos in equal measure. With secrets spilling, new faces shaking up the canvas, and old resentments boiling over, the Forrestos and Logans are in for one of their stormiest weeks yet. Thomas's fury erupts. Thomas Forrester has spent the better part of the last few months attempting to rebuild his life with patience, humility, and restraint. But patience was never Thomas's strongest suit, and this week, all of that carefully bottled control shatters. Hope Logan's lingering hesitation about truly committing to him, despite their passionate connection, finally becomes too much for him to bear. The scene opens with Hope standing in the Forrester showroom, her hands trembling as she tries to explain her torn feelings. She still loves Liam, she says, even if Liam's devotion to her is shaky at best. And she loves Thomas too, but she doesn't know if she can give herself fully. For Thomas, that is the trigger. His eyes darken, his voice rises, and suddenly the room is charged with raw, volatile energy. He rages at Hope for stringing him along, for treating his love like a safety net while keeping one foot in the past. His fury echoes through the halls of Forrester Creations, and for a moment, everyone who hears it knows, Thomas's darker impulses are clawing their way back to the surface. Hope tries to calm him, insisting that she only needs time, but Thomas storms out. The question is, will his fury push him into reckless decisions, or will someone, perhaps Steffi, pull him back before he crosses a dangerous line? Ronna the socialite shows up. As if the Forrester family didn't have enough chaos, a dazzling new figure arrives on the scene. Ronna Sinclair, a glamorous international socialite with ties to the fashion world. Played by a new guest star, Ronna sweeps into Los Angeles like a hurricane in designer heels, instantly commanding attention at the Forrester offices. Ronna's reputation precedes her. Known for her glittering charity galas and scandalous love life, she has a history with Eric Forrester from decades past, and a fascination with Ridge that hasn't quite faded. When she struts into the Forrester showroom, her laughter ringing out like champagne bubbles, she brings an intoxicating energy. But her arrival isn't just about catching up with old flames. Ronna has a hidden agenda. Rumors swirl that she's interested in buying a stake in Forrester Creations, or perhaps forming an alliance with someone who feels shut out of the power structure. Quinn, sensing danger, may see in Ronna a rival with claws as sharp as her own. The week builds suspense around Ronna's motives. Is she here to stir nostalgia, or is she playing a long game that could upend the balance of power at Forrester? Luna, trapped. While the older generation bickers and plots, Luna Nozawa finds herself in a mess that could define her future. Luna has always carried herself with poise and independence, but this week, circumstances place her in a trap with no easy escape. Her relationship with RJ is blossoming, but she's been keeping a secret that threatens to shatter their young romance. Zen's flirtation with her has crossed boundaries, and Luna feels cornered by his persistence. At first, she tried to laugh it off, to deflect his comments with grace. But this week, the situation escalates. In a tense and chilling moment, Luna finds herself alone with Zend in the design office. He presses her, insisting she give him a chance, dismissing her protests about being committed to RJ. Luna's unease turns to fear, and she realizes she's trapped, not just in the room, but in a triangle she never wanted. Meanwhile, RJ senses something is wrong. His instincts tell him Luna isn't being entirely open, and his protective streak ignites. But will Luna confide in him before Zend pushes things too far? Or will her silence drive a wedge between them that Ronna, or someone else, will exploit for their own purposes? Colliding storylines. As the week unfolds, Thomas's fury, Ronna's arrival, and Luna's entrapment begin to intertwine. Thomas and Ronna. Thomas's outburst draws Ronna's attention. She sees in him a tortured artist with explosive talent, and perhaps a pawn she can use. Her flirtations and promises of international opportunities could tempt him away from Hope, fueling his dangerous spiral. Hope's dilemma. Hope, racked with guilt over Thomas's eruption, finds herself confiding in Brooke. Brooke, predictably, urges her to stay far away from Thomas, insisting he'll never truly change. But Hope can't let go so easily, and her torn heart could drive her right into Ronna's manipulative orbit. Luna's secret. At the same time, Luna's struggle begins to reach the ears of Steffi, who prides herself on protecting family, even extended family like RJ. Steffi may become Luna's unexpected ally, especially if Zen's behavior escalates. But if Steffi sides with Luna, the Forrester family fractures even deeper, pitting cousin against cousin. Eric's reflection. Watching all of this chaos, Eric finds himself drawn to Ronna's presence. Their shared past reminds him of his vitality and the glamorous days of old. Yet, Quinn watches warily, knowing that Ronna is not a woman to be underestimated. The cliffhanger. By week's end, the stage is set for explosions. Thomas, simmering with fury, accepts Ronna's invitation to a glittering party, where cameras flash and whispers follow him. Luna, meanwhile, finally gathers the courage to tell RJ the truth about Zend, but just as she begins, Zend barges in, cutting her off. And in the shadows of the Forrester mansion, Ronna makes a phone call to a mysterious associate, her voice silky with promise. Everything is falling into place. Soon, Forrester Creations will be exactly where we want it. Final thoughts. The week of September 8th delivers exactly what the bold and the beautiful fans crave: fiery confrontations, high-stakes glamour, and emotional traps that leave every character on edge. Thomas's fury threatens to consume him, Ronna's arrival shakes the power structure, and Luna's entrapment puts young love in jeopardy. By the end of the week, one thing is clear: the Forrester's world will never be the same again.